Hey guys, this is Jason
This is
Douglas.
Adam MacArthur, voice of Yuji Itadori.
This is Derek Snow, the voice of Shinra Kusakabe.
This is Phil Parsons, voice of Kenny the Ripper Ackerman.
It's Merc Nguyen. You're watching Voice of the Heroes. Take it away, Fleeboy.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is and what it is. And if you don't, it's the one and only one, Fleeboy Jetson. And you're watching Voice of the Heroes Podcast. So if you're tuning in for the first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And click that notification bell so you don't miss any interviews or discussions with your favorite heroes and villains from around the world. And today's episode, we got a very special guest. You may have heard him in anime shows like I May Be a Guild Receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time, Trillion Game, and the new spinoff to My Hero Academia, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Let's welcome Dakota Farnsworth to the show. How you doing?
Hello, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to talk to you, especially about My Hero Vigilantes, because everybody's been, waiting for this spinoff for so long. His predecessor is on its last season, I think coming sometime in October.
Fall,
yeah, sometime in the fall. So, people are pretty excited for that. And you play a character called Mario. Let's talk a little bit about your new character and his role in the new spinoff.
Mario Kugetsu is a member of a group that I will not be able to say right now because it's spoiler territory. But he helps kick off the story with being the one of the dealers that deals the new drug Trigger. He ends up having a moment where he injects himself with it. It becomes this big monster dude, and I just got to go for like a good it was like an hour session. It was fun. I had a good time.
Was it kind of awkward doing the grunts and all that?
I let myself completely immerse myself in it. I remember throughout the entire session, me and the director Zach Bolton, every single time that I did one of the scenes, we just sat there laughing for a good minute or two, and then we'd go on to the next scene, start laughing again, and it was just fun. It was just a constant back and forth of just did you like that? And he's like, yeah, I like that.
What do you think are the biggest what do you think will be the biggest difference between Vigilantes and My Hero Academia?
So it's kind of the direction that the shows go, because My Hero Academia, we're already kind of at a point where Deku's starting to really reach the end of his journey, and now we're meeting this guy who didn't have a figure like All Might in his corner that he got to meet, that he looked up to and was inspired by to help him on his journey. We have Knuckle Duster now, but the creators of Vigilantes wanted to make the synopsis of the main character being essentially Deku if he had never met All Might. And so I think that sets a completely different precedent for the show, and also dealing with a lot of street crime and things that the pro heroes are not necessarily the most attentive towards, I think is an interesting direction to put the show. And also the comparison I've always made is that I think Midoriya is essentially Superboy, and then All Might is Superman, and then in Vigilantes, Koichi is Robin, and then Knuckle Duster is Batman. And so I think that adding those two differences to the universe of one is like the darker-esque of DC Comics, and then one is more of the Justice League style story, Superman story.
Oh, I like that comparison. That's pretty dope. Now, we get into this new world and a new look on My Hero Academia, brand new characters. Who stands out so far to you the most?
I think it's definitely Knuckle Duster. I think Knuckle Duster has made a fantastic debut. I think that the voice actor for Knuckle Duster is also doing a fantastic job. I remember watching the episode, and Vigilantes is one of my favorite manga of all time too, which it was amazing to be able to be a part of it. And so hearing Knuckle Duster's voice, I had a different idea in mind of what he would sound like. But when I heard I'm forgetting the actor off the top of my head for Knuckle Duster right now, but when I heard his interpretation, I thought he was fantastic, and it wasn't what I expected, but in the most positive way. So I definitely think Knuckle Duster for sure, and then I think Pop Step as well is definitely someone that stands out in the series, and what she sort of represents her what is it, her being an idol figure that isn't necessarily like, she's a vigilante idol figure, and I think that's an interesting take, and how she is able to move people, and how she uses social media to kind of help influence a lot of their advances in the work that they do in the show. And so I think those two definitely are standouts for me.
That's fire, and that's pretty dope that you're into the manga. That's pretty dope. I think it's so great when the people who work on the show are invested in the property as
Oh yeah.
well. And so you're a big manga reader. What's some of your favorite mangas?
So I wouldn't say I'm a big manga reader. I definitely kind of take like spaces. So my first big manga that I read was Dragon Ball, and I read Dragon Ball Z from start to finish pretty much. And that was like I was in the middle of the summer. I was at I had like nothing to do that day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the library. Screw it. Let's see what we can do there. And so I end up going to the manga section, and they have every single volume of Dragon Ball Z on the shelf, and I'm just like, I got the day. So for 8 hours, I basically read the entirety of Dragon Ball Z from start to finish. I had a great time. Awesome series. And so that one was pretty close to my heart. I would say, what is it? I started reading Blue Lock recently, which
That's a good one.
I really liked the anime, but when I started reading it in the manga, I don't know why. Maybe it's like how sports anime is, but like for some reason, sports manga, just I'm super invested. Like I'm just like honed in completely. Not saying I'm not for the anime, but for some reason, like I love the anime of Blue Lock, but for some reason when I read the manga, I'm like double the amount of invested into it. I love how they execute everything. What is it? How they execute everything. Um yeah, so I would say was a Blue Lock, and then Dr. Stone I read a little bit of. I've
Oh, Dr.
read.
Stone is coming to his final season too, right?
Yeah, no. So
I gotta
I actually,
catch up.
yeah, I'm a little bit behind too on the anime side of things. I definitely got to catch up on that. A couple of friends of mine got into it though, so I'm like super pumped to see them in it. So, what is it? Yeah, so was it Dr. Stone, and then Vigilantes being the big one. I have every single volume on a shelf right now. I'm super stoked to be in it.
Oh, that's why you said no spoilers, because
Mm.
you know what's happening.
Oh, I
You know
know.
what's-
Oh, I know the story.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
no.
pretty dope. Is still ongoing, or has that finished as well?
That finished, yeah. So the whole story of Vigilantes is concluded, which I am hoping that eventually we're gonna get a movie where we see Koichi and Deku on the screen with each other, but we'll see if that happens. I hope so. That's like that would be insane to watch. But what is it? But yeah, no. For right now, I like the direction they're doing with the anime. It's very, very one-to-one to the manga so far. Not much is different, which typically, you do see kind of a change between anime and manga, but so far, like they've been very one-to-one as far as the
How many
adaptation.
seasons you think it'll be if they adapt the whole entire run of the manga?
So with the episodes right now, it seems like they're kind of covering 1 or 2 chapters per episode. And given it, so it's 15 volumes. I would say maybe 3 seasons. I know it'll definitely be at least 2 if they're gonna go with the whole thing. But yeah, I would say 3 seasons is probably a good guess. But that's like at the most it would be 3 seasons, but at least 2 seasons.
Okay, I'm excited, man. I'm locked in. I can't wait to see what's next. It comes on what, every Saturday, Sunday,
Monday.
on Mondays?
Yeah, it's a weird date for a release, but yeah, no. So Vigilantes, the first episode came out on a Monday, 2 came out on Monday. It sounds like that's what they're gonna keep going with, and I think they're doing only 14 episodes per season on it. So
So
yeah,
so
no,
we're getting 14. Are we getting like core 1, core 2, or it's just gonna be straight 14?
I think straight 14. I could be wrong on that. It's a little bit dicey on the info, but 14, it sounds, from what I've been hearing, 14 is like the number that they're most likely going with. Yeah.
Okay, now if you can have any quirk in My Hero, what would it be?
Oh gosh. Ooh, that's a question. Okay. Um, I got Todoroki's. I would go with
Todoroki's?
icy hot. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of fire. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Hey, it's fire.
Yeah,
And
literally,
nice. And
right?
nice. Yeah.
Hey, great pun. I ain't even mean that. But let's talk a little bit about Trillion Game, right? You play a character, Nana Mori.
Mhm.
What first attracted you to the role or the script of this anime?
So what is it? It was actually really unexpected because I had just gotten into town and moved to Texas like right before I got into right when I got into Crunchyroll. And so I expected to kind of take a little bit more time. And then Jason Lord ended up bringing me in for Trillion Game, and I had not heard of the show or heard of the manga at the time. But I thought it was really funny because the way that Nanamori dresses is the way I dressed in high school. And I was like, oh cool, method acting. But was a Trillion Game. I enjoy a sort of business approach on an anime medium, because we don't get a lot of that, like Wolf of Wall Street style animes well, sorry, shows for an anime. I feel like is not common. And I think what is it? It also being a Madhouse production is pretty fire. And I was like, okay, Madhouse production for my first was my first project. Like that's really cool. But no, I think the story is really great, and the character I play, Nanamori, very much like kind of like more of a side character. But a lot of the episodes, I basically watch I watch the two main characters do cool stuff. And I go, whoa, oh my god, yeah, you did this thing, crazy, whoa, that's super big. So yeah, I think the show's fun. I think I enjoy the story of seeing how Gaku was the main character. Gaku is planning to get to being a trillionaire, and try not to spoil. I'm trying not to spoil, but
Yeah, they
uh,
definitely gotta watch it, man. Me myself, I'm trying to catch up with it right now.
mhm,
Pretty clean. I'm not gonna lie to you. My wife loves animes like that. She loves
mhm,
more grounded and realistic animes. Like
mhm.
she loves it. She eats that stuff up. Now, Nanamori is such a sharp, calculated presence. How did you mentally prepare to embody someone who probably plays 4D chess in their sleep?
So Nanamori, straight up, I was just like, again, when I saw how he was and how he was, I went, oh, he looks like how I did in high school. So I just started kind of embodying like skateboarder like energy, and I was like, okay, that feels like it hit the mark pretty well. So I would say that was like probably the in depth of the prep work, other than just like watching the show beforehand and just trying to get an idea in the sub of like how they tackle, what is it, just how like the character is being tackled. Yeah, no, so I would say like Nanamori didn't take too much to accomplish, but I did want to make sure that he was right. So I did take the time it was a couple days beforehand to make sure that um things fit. Yeah.
Hmm. Did the voice come to you naturally, or did you have to like really think, or did the director like try to like get you more to do a different kind of voice that was originally planned?
So the plan I had done was sort of like the skateboarder energy, like I was saying. And then when I got into the booth, Jason Lord was like, yeah, do like a skateboarder type of energy. I'm like, okay, great. Like
Oh, so
cool.
you already
Cool.
had that
I
in
was
mind
already
going in for it.
Oh yeah, so yeah, what is it? We pretty much had the same idea going into it, and so it made direction super easy, and yeah, we were able to kind of breeze through the lines really fast. Like we what is it, that session was probably one of the quickest I've ever done, because like
Mhm.
I think we just like synced up immediately, and we already knew what this character, like we both had a very good idea of what the character was when we walked in. So yeah, no,
So
so
y'all
that
already knew
makes it
what
easier.
direction y'all wanted to go with it. That's pretty dope. Now, Trillion Game dives deep into ambition, power, the cost of success. What do you
Mhm.
think Namori, excuse me, teaches viewers about themselves?
I think Nanamori helps with the support that he's giving the main characters and him and the rest of their team. I think I think him along with the others are teaching that if you have a goal in mind, the only thing truly stopping the goal from happening is yourself. And I think in a business medium that's important, because I think a lot of stuff in like even for voice acting, right? A lot of the stuff I do in voice acting, as much as is acting related, it's also business related. Like the way that I focus, the attention I focus towards specific things leads to a lot of the outcomes that I get from it. And so I think they show it in a literal sense of it being business, but I think that a lot of the mindsets of business transfer over to a lot of things in your life, where when you invest in educating yourself into certain fields, the knowledge that you get from it opens a lot of doors, and when you start walking through those, you learn more things, and more into opportunities come your way. Yeah, I would say that that's more or less what it's teaching.
Well, definitely, if you haven't seen it, man, make sure you check it out. It's on Crunchyroll. Trillion Game, definitely a must watch. I'm in the midst of watching it right now, so no spoilers in the comments, heroes. Now there's an anime that I looked on your IMDb, right, and I seen it. I was like, man, I never seen this anime before, but the title had me like just crack up when I read it. It's called I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Tell me a little bit about this anime.
So yeah, so I call it I may be a guild receptionist because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a mouthful. Um, but yeah, I may be a guild receptionist. It's my first main cast show, so it's the first time I've ever been on the main cast for an anime. And I've been having a blast. It's about the main character is a guild receptionist, and she works for a guild and helps give quests to the adventurers that stop by, and based on how hard a dungeon is to complete. She has more paperwork to do in order to put out jobs that adventurers can grab for them to go, slay the monsters and stuff. So when adventurers fail to slay the monsters, that it's like a crap ton of paperwork, and she has to do overtime, and she has to stay late. So she ends up deciding, you know what? I hate staying late, so I'm going to go out there, become an adventurer, and start kicking butt in order to appease my day job and stop myself from having to work so hard. And so she kind of has like a One Punch Man style thing where like she one shots every single boss. And yes, was it sure enough she clocks out on time when she does. And so the group that I'm a part of sees her accomplishing all of these things, and we go, whoa, like we're the top guild, like we would love to have you as an additional member. And so the main the leader Jade finds finds the main character and finds out who she is, and then goes, hey, like you should join up with us, and you should join up with our party. In exchange, we won't let out the secret that you're this person that's been one-shotting every boss. and so she goes, fine. And so she ends up joining the team. And there's sort of like there's a nice like family dynamic that happens throughout the show, and I really enjoy it. And I'm very happy that it's my first main cast show.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds super interesting, and I love shows like that. Like that's like solo leveling, and like shows dealing with adventures and dungeons and monsters and stuff like that. I love all that type of stuff. So that having that little spin on it is pretty dope. I definitely got to check that out. Now, the next couple of questions are universal. I ask all my guests these questions. The first one will be, who are your top 5 fictional characters of all time?
Okay, so I would say I'm a big Hell of a Boss fan. I think Stolas is one of my favorite characters in all of media. I would say Senku Ishigami. I love Senku from Dr. Stone. I would say Light Yagami from Death Note. Let's see.
You got 2 more.
2 more, yeah. Oh no.
It's tougher when that list gets smaller.
So tough. It's so tough. I think Levi from Attack on Titan.
Okay. You know what's crazy? You're probably the first one who mentioned the character from Attack on Titan. Knowing
really?
Yeah, and that's a very popular anime.
Mm-hmm. That surprises me. Yeah, no, Levi's a huge character. I'm actually surprised Levi specifically didn't get picked before me.
Yeah, you're the first person to mention Attack on Titan character.
I'm a fan. So yeah, then Levi, and then Death the Kid from Soul Eater.
You know what's crazy? That's an anime I haven't seen yet. So
Really?
I've been
That was
watching
my.
Fire Force. I'm caught up
Ooh,
in
okay.
that, and I know they're connected somehow, some way. So I'm excited to go back and watch Soul Eater. So that's something that I'm happy. There's still some animes that just sitting there, and I get the pleasure of watching and experiencing it for the first time. That's pretty dope. Now the next question will be, what's your Mount Rushmore voice actor? This is your opinion only that matters. It could be anybody who inspired you, your peers, legends, whoever it is. This is your list. You get 4.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with the direction of voice actors who inspired me because
I love it.
yeah, it's strange to put it on like for me it's difficult to put it on like a leaderboard of like who I think is like the what is it, the cream of the crop for sure. But I would say inspirations would definitely be one of my teachers, what is it, Richard Horvitz. He's Invader Zim. What is it? He has definitely inspired me a lot in my journey. I would say Max Middleman. Max Middleman. He was I studied him to learn how to scream well. Specifically when he played Ryuji. Ryuji was really helpful for that. I would say, let's see. Oh no.
Yes, tough, man. So many
It's
good
tough
ones
when
out
it's
there,
tough when you
man.
it's tough when you put it out. Yeah, yeah. What is it? What is uh, I'm looking it up, looking up a little because I'm like, wait, hold on. Aaron Dismuke, so Senku's voice actor. He's another person that I studied off of when I was trying to learn my voice, and I think Alex Lee would be the last one.
Yeah.
I think those 4, all of
He's
them.
getting a bunch of great roles right now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's like he's becoming like another Johnny Young Bosch.
Johnny I botched. Yeah, no, definitely.
They
No,
get
I agree.
so iconic roles, man. Especially with Jin Woo and so many other ones that's coming up. Pretty dope. Now, what's one line from any one of your characters that resonate with you on a personal level?
Ooh, wow. Yeah, what is it? That's a really difficult one. Um, okay, I know. It's there's a game I'm a part of. It's called Project Eden's Garden. And it was the first professional project I've ever done. The line that means the most to me is a line where he says, "Hey, you new guy," which doesn't sound like that crazy of a thing, but um, before voice acting, a lot of my life was kind of everywhere, and I didn't quite know what direction I was going with in my life until I had a lot of friends who supported me and pushed me this direction to start maybe trying this out, and now it's become my career path, and I'm working my dream job, right? So what is it? Hey, you new guy, was one of the first lines uttered in the prologue of Eden's Garden, and it was one of the first lines I recorded, and when I did it, I just kind of sat there and I had a reflective moment of, wow, I'm doing this right now. Like I'm doing this. I'm in this field. I'm working on a game that's incredible. I'm pushing towards this goal that I didn't even know was possible up until this point. And I'm really doing it. And that was 3 years ago that I recorded that line. And yeah, I don't know why that line specifically, but when I recorded it, that was like when I had that moment of, wow, I'm in this. Like I'm on my journey, right? So
Yeah, that was that full circle moment for you.
yeah, exactly. Because I had done theater for a long time. And then when I had done it in college, when I graduated from college, I didn't know if acting was ever going to be something I went back into. So to jump into something like Eden's Garden as my first professional production, I was like, wow, this is a great way to start this. And that ended up popping off, and a lot of opportunities opened after that. And I definitely think that role is a big reason why. And so I'd say that's the reason why that's my favorite line.
That's pretty dope, man. Well, I'm hyped up for you, man. I see a lot of big things coming your way. I can't wait to see you on My Hero Academia Vigilantes. See what your character story arc becomes. Because I don't read the manga or nothing like that. So I'm excited to see where he goes and what's gonna happen. Heroes, villains. Let us know in the comments section who would you like to see next on the channel. But before we go, do you have any upcoming projects or conventions you're able to talk about?
Oh, lots. As far as conventions, no, but projects, yes.
Let's go.
So I am in a video game called Atomic Owl. We were at Winter's Game Expo, and we were there was like a voting poll to see. It was like 50 games got presented, and whoever was the most people could vote on which was the most popular in terms of who wanted to see the game to get released. And we won, which was amazing. I'm so stoked for that. Atomic Owl has definitely been one of the projects I've had the most fun working on. Which I play one of the main characters, and then I play the main villain on that one.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I was pretty psyched about it because they had me come on for one of the main characters, and then they said, hey, there's this character, we don't really know who we want to cast for it. Voice reference is like Sukuna. Like, can you just like send us a sample of what you think this would sound like? And so I sent it, and then they came back to me and they said, that's like, we don't know how you did it, but here you go. Like, yeah, so I ended up getting double on that. I'm in a Nintendo Switch game called Calabria and the Souls of Limbo. That hasn't come out yet. It's still going under production phase also. But hopefully here in the next like 6 months to a year it'll be out, and then I'm gonna have fun playing that. Let's see here. There is a lot of stuff. I'm in an indie animation called Oribus. The director of the project worked on the Cuphead TV show on Netflix. And then we had a bunch of people who worked on I believe it was Totally Spies, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, and then a bunch of other production. Oh yeah, Vox Machina was one that someone.
Oh, that's on. My joint. That series don't get talked about enough, man. I really love that show.
Oh yeah.
So you working, man. I love that for you, man. I'm excited to see you. Let people know where to follow you on social media to stay updated with any role announcements, or if you do enter any cons.
Yeah, sounds good. You can follow me on Twitter. It's Dakota Farnsworth. If you just type that, it'll come up right away. If it doesn't for some reason, it's at Tarquin, TARQUIN _ Arusa, IRUSA VA. And then that's the case on every social media platform I'm on. So that includes Instagram. Blue Sky's a little different because as the long like at symbol blue sky at blue sky dot blank. Yeah. So what is it? But most social media platforms, if you just search Dakota Farnsworth, you'll find me.
Definitely. And all links will be in the description below. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been our episode with Dakota Farnsworth. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you want to enter that PS5 giveaway that we'll have at the milestone of 5K. Big shout out to our last PS5 giveaway, BK Numbers. Thank you so much for all your support and everything you did for the channel. And also, man, if I ain't tell you before, let me tell you now, make sure you love yourself, pass that love on, and love others. And if nobody told you so, just know your boy love you. Dakota, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast. Until next time, heroes, signing out.
Sing it with me.